brothers? Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser. Right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Today's Friday. The time is about 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to shout out everyone who showed up live today. Blue Skidoo Weekend 2 TSA Skater. Ring-a-ting-ding-bing-ling-ding-ling-ling-ling-ling bum boy. Watson. Punk. Recon 19 Delta J6. Shh. Be quiet. 902 Rider. Maybe even a few more. I'm completely unprepared for today's podcast. But you know what? That's my way of showing up prepared for the podcast. Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Martin Scorsese, a scorpion, and a lazy person. They've all said that this is the greatest podcast. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and give me your favorite top 3 random names of people who have publicly endorsed our little slice of heaven here on the podcast, Stop Crying Poser. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, a great Friday, maybe a great weekday if you're watching this later. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I had a medium one. And I'll tell you why I had a medium Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was yesterday. I'm doing this live, so yesterday was Thanksgiving. It was the coldest day of the year that we've had here in Las Vegas. It was the coldest, rainiest, gloomiest day. Got into my car, went to drive to my friend Rye Dog's mom's house. They're doing Thanksgiving over there. I don't really have much family here. I'm driving over there. Low tire fucking light goes on. Okay, I stop. I check 3 tires. Fucking get them all filled up to about 30 pounds per square inch, however that shit works. And I didn't check one because it looked good. Well, you guys know my Thanksgiving luck. That was the tire that was fucked up. Still fucked up right now as we speak. It was too cold. I'm kind of a diva when it comes to being cold. Like, too cold out there. I'm not going to fucking fix it. Also, I lowered my garage door yesterday, not realizing the water was pooled on top of it. So I fucking lowered the garage door. Fucking cold, dirty, brown water just spills on me. Happy Thanksgiving, you fucking bitch. Be thankful for this. But I am thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful that I have a bed. I'm thankful that I have video games. I'm thankful that you guys still show up week after week to watch me ramble. And I try not to take any of those things for granted. So anyways, I went to Rye Dog's mom's house. I got there. Everyone's already eating. Okay, it was annoying to me, but it should be my own fault because that's why I was late. I was too busy pouring fucking freezing dirt water onto me. I showed up late. And I walk in the door, everyone's already completely sitting down. It's a room full of 15 people already sitting down at all these tables they pushed together. No room to sit down. Also, I'm going to tell you guys this about Thanksgiving food. I really enjoy a Thanksgiving dinner with maybe 6 or 7 items, right? You got your turkey, you got your stuffing. Maybe you guys do ham. I'm not a big ham fan. Turkey, stuffing, ham, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, some type of greens. Maybe collard greens, or maybe like a green bean salad or something. And then maybe that red shit. That red fruit or whatever that shit is. What is that? It starts with a C. Cranberry. Red cranberry shit. Maybe that. Yeah, that's enough. I went in there, dude. It was mystery dishes everywhere. I saw some pink. It was like a pink donut. It was huge. And I don't know what it looked like a popcorn. It looked like some type of popcorn with pink sauce on it, formed into a weird circle. I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, I'm not eating that shit. And I had to sit next to it. Of course, I know no one wanted to sit on that side of the table because it was just some weird jello with like crumbles on top. It was disgusting. It looked disgusting. It was pink. Okay? Only things in life that should be pink that you're going to eat should be ice cream and pussy. Almost nothing else. I can't think of anything else that would be pink that would be delicious. Maybe like the inside of a steak, but that's the inside. Not the outside. That's the inside. So it was just a gross thing to look at. And I'm going through the table. I'm like, okay, like I want some mashed potatoes, but then I couldn't reach them because the tables were all fucked up. So this guy, Uncle Lucky, asked him to can you scoop me out a potato? He gave me the amount you would give a peasant at a fucking homeless shelter. It was 2 bites at most. I'm like, motherfucker, that's mashed potatoes. You don't be fucking shy, okay, motherfucker. I need all the mashed potatoes. I need all the regular ingredients. I need all of them. I need a lot of mashed potatoes. I need a lot of mac and cheese. I need a lot of turkey, and I need a lot of gravy. That's how I'm gonna do it. I went to my homie Ward's Friendsgiving the week before. Very simple. He had 2 turkeys, which he went a little overboard. 1 smoked turkey, 1 baked turkey. Okay, that's cool. Then a stuffing, mashed potatoes, and just some very, very simple things. That was it. Really easy. I didn't need 100 different fucking things on the table. And then like a Gatorade. Somebody brought me a Gatorade. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a Gatorade? It's Thanksgiving. Man, I'm not fucking emaciated from being hungover today. We did show up late, so they may have thought we were drunk. But Thanksgiving over there is usually a lot crazier. Usually his mom's acting crazy. I'll tell you one thing, though, that I don't miss about Thanksgiving, having like a real family, because all I have really in Las Vegas is my grandpa. And for some reason, he didn't want to hang out. He must have had other plans or something. I don't know. But one thing I don't miss at Thanksgiving is little fucking kids everywhere. Now, I was sitting there trying to listen to my friend Rydog's brother talk about his new job or whatever. I'm trying to listen, but all I can hear is little kids tapping their little fucking feet around. That's all I fucking hear, because they're all wearing these fucking clogs for some goddamn reason. They're all wearing tap dancing shoes, and they're at this age where they're like, 4 or like 3 or 4 or 5, where they can talk, but they prefer to scream. And even though there's nothing exciting happening, it's just all, that's all you hear. And then there's one guy, Rydog's dad's running around like, I'm scaring you. I'm scaring you. I'm scaring you. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? My head's trying to explode. I'm like, okay, I got this fucking pink weird jello thing staring at me. I got nothing but motherfuckers screaming everywhere. I feel like I'm at a Warped Tour concert and some fucking shitty punk Gigi Allen's about to go on. It was awful. Could you imagine if Gigi Allen fucking performed at Warped Tour? Warped Tour is like Limp Bizkit and what's that other one that everyone crawling in something I don't know. You know all those regular 90s bands. That's what Warped Tour would be. Gigi Allen's more like I shit my pants and fucked your bitch and got AIDS and I liked it. Linkin Park, there we are, yes. I would have loved to see a Linkin Park Gigi Allen collab. That shit would have been cool. I don't know what they were doing collabing with hip-hop guys too much, pissing me off. But that's pretty much what my weekend was. A better weekend than a lot of people. Because my friend Rydog, I keep bringing him up this episode because I usually do spend my Thanksgiving with his family. He got his house broken into while he was hanging out with his dad. He usually gets home early. He got home maybe an hour late this day. Found his door completely broken off the wall. They stole, from what I remember in his story, they stole $7 and 2 guns, a .357 and AK-47. And they left his TV. They did not steal the TV, which is that's weird thinking on the part of a criminal. I've never been one to rob a homeless, but I've robbed my share of commercial businesses when I was younger. And TV is something you don't just let go untaken. If you see a TV, it's coming with you. So they didn't take a TV and they left a shotgun. So I imagine in the middle of them robbing this place, they got scared and just ran away with whatever they had. I don't know. But one thing I like about this gentleman, Rydog, he's an inspiring young man because he didn't let that slow him down this week. He had a day where he was sad, and then he just kind of like put it behind him and kind of just moved on with his life. Say, you know what? I'm not going to let these motherfuckers ruin my holiday weekend. And he did not. So for that, I really appreciate those type of people in my life. One could even say I may be thankful for them because I try to be like that when I hit a speed bump or a roadblock in life. I try to, take the time that I need to spend being sad about it, but once that time is over, try to get back on the horse and not fucking worry about it. You can always get a new gun and you can always do all that shit. Also, he said the police took 12 hours to show up. And he's like, you know what? They got guns, man. You guys can't speed it up a little bit? Nah, no speeding up. No speeding up at all. Speaking of speeding up, let's do one quick news article. These hikers in the Grand Canyon are about to speed up their way to a deadly fall where they break every bone in their body, splatter on the ground, and get eaten by wolves, coyotes, and maybe even pigs. Maybe even pigs, I don't know. Planning to go hiking at the Grand Canyon on Thanksgiving holiday? Make sure you're prepared to die. Make sure you're prepared for icy conditions. Now, I know a lot of you guys only listen to this podcast on audio. Let me explain to you guys what I'm seeing on the screen right now. This is a nice little path down a mountain. Looks like it could be a pretty big mountain, but the ground is completely covered in ice. So if you don't have shoes with spikes on them, you are going to slip, guaranteed, and you are going to slip and fall and slide down the side of this icy mountain. And let's just pretend that it's a Thanksgiving miracle and you don't break any bones and you do somehow survive with very little injuries. Well, now you're never going to make it back up because it's a perfectly smooth, very smooth ice trail that you can never climb up again. And the picture shows two hikers on this fucking trail. What I would do, I would look at it and be like, nah, I'm good. I know I'm going to die one day, hopefully from some type of drug overdose or maybe from drinking cancer, if that's a thing. I'm not fucking gonna slide down a hill just to be found by some fucking wandering Eskimo child. I'm not doing that shit. It's not in my future. Liver failure, then, I guess. That's the way to go. But yeah, that's the news article. I'm not gonna read this whole article because the only reason I looked at it is because of this picture. Oh, looking at this now, there's actually no news. If you plan to hike this week, bring your shoe traction devices. Not the shoe traction, not the STD. You got to bring your STDs. Oh. Your shoe traction device and your treffing poles. Bring some STDs and some TP, motherfucker, because we're about to have a good old time. The shoe traction device and the treffing poles. STDs and TP, man. You never know when you're going to need it. Oh, the shoe traction device is about $20 to $45, and you can rent a pole for $3 a day. Oh, man. Only I could discover that type of humor. Moving on. Let's go ahead and do our free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack giveaway. Someone in the chat by the name of Watson Punk won this prestigious honor last year. And today you guys can get a chance to win it also. Free sticker pack shipped directly to you if you can answer one single, simple, skateboarding related question. Who was the first person to do the loop? The skateboarding loop. Woo, it's where you go upside down. Who was the first person to do it? Switch. Oh, if you said Tony Hawk, you were a punk ass bitch. Who was the first person to do the loop? Switch. Very simple skateboarding answer. It's probably done, 15 years ago? On a cold, rainy day, much like this. But if you can be the first one to answer this skateboarding related question first, you will get a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack shipped directly to you. And we have a winner, Mike Pake. I see him in the chat trying to distract all of my carefully written down topics. But I will not fall for it. One thing I will fall for, though, is giving you a free Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack because I'm falling in love with Mike Pake. Great skateboarder. Basically, if you like Jason Park, you're going to like Mike Pake. And if they're standing next to each other, you're not going to know who's who. Because, you heard it here first on Stop Crying Poser. All Asian people look the same. I'm kidding. Don't ban me. Do not kick me off of iTunes. Don't kick me off of Twitch, people. Please, it was a joke. Anyways, Mike Pick, go ahead and send me your contact information on Instagram or Twitter, Liquid Gang, or even on here, if you can figure out DMs on here. Or I think we might even have each other's contact information. I might have your phone number. So you can call me on the old celly and give me that information. Please don't try to disrupt my podcast, though. I see people doing that all the time. I'm actually going to turn my phone on silent and turn it up the fuck side down. Ninja Lifestyle. That's how my homie Asian John used to say it. Coincidentally, he is, in fact, Asian. Moving on to more things about my life. We talked about the break-in. We talked about the Thanksgiving weather. My lady made enchiladas a couple days ago, and they are delicious. I don't know why this is worth saying, but enchiladas, if you haven't had them in a while, surprisingly good food for when you're feeling cold. Cold weather, right? Everyone says, oh, it's cold, you should eat soup. I'm a big fan of soup, but enchiladas, oh, they're so good. Oh, make it feel so nice. They're really good, and I also got a bunch of new hot sauces from the Hootonist. I got some Los Calientes, kind of like a green salsa kind of sauce. Threw that on there. A little sour cream on top. Boom. What was in the enchiladas, you ask? Oh, very simple. Chicken, black beans, a little bit of corn, obviously tortillas, enchilada sauce. A lot of enchilada sauce in there, and maybe some secret ingredient I don't remember. Oh, yes. Jalapenos and olives on top. The only thing we missed, and onions. The only thing we missed was green onions. So you get yourself a little slice. It kind of looks like a lasagna if you guys have never had. I noticed a lot of my friends aren't big Mexican food people. Mexican food is like huge on the West Coast and in Texas. There's a lot of Midwest people who don't really eat enchiladas that much, which blows my mind. But there's a lot of people that don't. You guys got to give it a chance. You got to give Mexican food a chance. Chinese places, I'm kind of like, I don't give Chinese food a chance because Chris Tucker said it best. It looks like a big box of grease to me. That's just what it looks like. I'm not a big fan. Andy Schrock always takes me to this Chinese Mexican place. It's like a fusion place, and it is delicious. It is delicious, but I would argue that it's more delicious on the Mexican side. Anyways, enchiladas were delicious. And if you guys are wondering what you might want to make for dinner tonight, definitely go with enchiladas. Now, movies. I don't remember if I discussed it last week, but I saw the movie Moana. I thought it was cool. I always hit you guys every week with a new animated film that I enjoy. I watched Moana, really liked it. I watched The Princess and the Frog, really liked it. Went back and rewatched WALL-E. Oh, outstanding films right there. Something about animated films, I'm really a big fan. And I don't know why people think it's girly or it's like a kid thing. It's not. These films are really well made, pretty good dialogue, and I don't even mind when they break out into a song here and there. I really don't mind. Speaking of that, I want to watch Frozen #1 because I've never seen it, so please don't spoil it for me. I want to watch Frozen #1 so that after that I can go and watch Frozen #2. But if you guys want to move on to some more manly films, oh my goodness. Watson says, sounds like somebody got the Disney Plus plug. I did not. I don't have Disney Plus. I don't know how to get that shit. Luckily for me, that shit's still on Netflix. And my girlfriend has Netflix, so I've inherited that from her. And I watch all this stuff on there. I watched The Irishman. It's all the old school fucking gangsters from Scarface, from Goodfellas, from what are those other fucking dope ass movies? Yeah, you know what they are. I can't name them all. Fucking really on a spot here. There's definitely way more movies that I really like that are fucking like mafia and mob themed. I cannot fucking think of any to save my life. Casino, right? You get all those stars from all. Somebody please fucking type all the names right now because I'm really having a hard time thinking. The movie is on Netflix. Just came out today. I think it came out at midnight. Or no, yesterday. Came out yesterday. Maybe the day before. I'm terrible at these movie review things. But I watched it 3.5 hours. Oh my God. There were some parts that were so slow. I'm not going to spoil anything. But the movie's about Jimmy Hoffa. And I always heard the name Jimmy Hoffa in reference to, like mob fucking shit. But I never really knew anything. Which is kind of like my stance for everything in life. I just hear the names, I go, oh yeah, I know about that, and then I never move forward at all. But the movie's about Jimmy Hoffa. Pretty interesting movie. Great dialogue. Pretty good acting. Great acting. You got a star-studded team, and I guess they did some sort of effects to make the stars look younger. Because they're all looking a little bit older right now. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Bobby Cannavale, Ray Romano, Anna Paquin, Jesse Plemons. Oh, I hate that fucker. And some more people, whatever. All big stars from tons of great movies, and it's definitely worth the watch. If you guys are looking to kill some time, I would definitely, like, be drinking, right? And maybe have a snack and maybe be ready to take a couple breaks. It's 3.5 hours. That is a long movie. I don't remember how long Titanic was, but I remember always hearing everyone say, Titanic's a long movie. It's too long. I don't want to watch it. Oh, man. This movie, Irishman, shits on it. And it is filled with some pretty good action, but yeah, I don't know about all that. 3.5 hours, that's a long time to be spending. Luckily, we watched it. We got home from Thanksgiving around 6. Started it around 7. So even after that shit was over, it was still early enough to watch some more things. Also, there's a show I'm going to put you guys onto. I want you guys to give it a shot. Watch 3 episodes on Netflix. Come back and tell me if it sucks or not. Okay? It's called Schitt's Creek. Shits is spelled differently. It's not S-H-I-T. It's like S-C-H-I-T. Something like that. Schitt's Creek. Kind of like a comedy. Really dry humor. You guys got to watch it, though. Check it out. Watch 3 fucking episodes. The episodes are very short. They're like 20 minutes. I think there's 4 or 5 seasons, too. I haven't watched every season. I think I'm on the 2nd season right now. Lily started watching it, and then I fucking stumbled into the room one day, and I started watching it. Pretty fucking funny series. So definitely check that out. Put that on your list right now. Write it down. Schitt's Creek. S-H-I. I want to say S-C-H-I-T-T-S. Shits. And then Creek spelled the way Creek would be spelled. Pretty funny, I think. Moving on. Let's go back to the news a little bit here. We are just blasting through our time today. Retired Las Vegas cop thought teen was a sex worker and tried to pick her up. Now, this guy just looks like he's ruined a lot of lives. He looks like every cop here looks like. And here's the thing. People become cops, and then they realize all the crime that happens in the world. And then they realize all the crime they could be getting away with. And then they got all their cop buddies still. And then they have some weird fucking attraction for young teens walking the streets. And then you get this guy. Now, it really annoys me when everyone says, oh, fuck all cops. I hate cops. One of my friends has this thing he puts on the end of all of his Facebook posts. A-C-A-B, all cops are bastards. And sometimes he'll put all cops must die. It's some weird, like, punk rock thing where, like, every super skinny person who could never defend themselves in any, like, real situation hates cops for some reason. I think the punk scene is, so anti-racist that they've just become like, well, I saw a cop kill a black guy on Facebook one time, now all cops must die. And it's like, okay, like, I kind of get you, but happy Thanksgiving, everybody, all cops must die. Like, that needs to be posted. That's weird to me. I don't know. This cop should be in trouble, in jail maybe. Let's read. I don't know what made me think of that right now, but it's a weird mantra to have, because the day that your fucking door gets kicked in and you get fucking, assaulted, you're gonna call the fucking cops. I guarantee it. I mean, I can appreciate, the hard work that cops do. But I'm also have a house full of guns, so I don't need to call cops right away. I'm shooting. But for those people, like that genre of people, smaller people, slightly more helpless in that sort of situation, why do they hate cops so much? I don't know. A former Las Vegas Metro police officer told detectives he thought a teen walking in the Central Valley was a sex worker when he asked her to get into his car. Kirk Hooton. Kirk Hooton, 51 years old, was arrested in November after a viral social media post warning young women in the valley of a possible sex trafficker. 2 posts were made on November 15th showing pictures of Hooton's truck, verified by registration records. Police said the first post claimed that the man had attempted to lure her 16-year-old sister into his car, while the second post later that day contained the same photos, saying she was the victim of attempted sex trafficking. Both the victim and her sister told police similar stories. It happened on Martin Luther King and Bonanza. This is a neighborhood where you don't want to hang out too much, right? Martin Luther King gets a little shittier the farther north you go, and it actually gets a lot shittier the farther east you go. But you don't want to be hanging out there. If you were hanging out there, you might be a prostitute. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys about this neighborhood. You might be. It's just off the fucking, not too far from the downtown area. You might be trying to sell some pussy. I don't know. The victim told police she was walking near the gas station when he drove up and stopped her. He allegedly rolled down the window and repeatedly asked her to get into his car, to which she said no. No means no, people. She told police the interaction made her afraid of being abducted. I can't ever say that word. Abducted. She then picked Hooton out of a photo lineup. Police then interviewed Hooton, who said he thought she was a sex worker, but later realized she was likely under 18. He told detectives he used to work for Vice and that he still catcalled women in the area to see their reactions. He said he regularly visited the intersection to hire sex workers. See, I knew that part was coming. I'm psychic, man. I know the city. I was born in the city. I got Las Vegas tattooed on my chest. I know the neighborhoods where you don't want to be if you don't want to be there. I don't hang out in this area. Then again, I'm not a really prostitute seeking man. Could you imagine, dude? I've done so much crazy shit in this city, but looking for a prostitute, not so much. Although I did see my friends. Oh, this is not an appropriate story. I did see my friends. I believe they hired a homeless prostitute for 15 minutes of action, I suppose. That was an uncomfortable fucking story to hear. I also, speaking of prostitutes, when I was repairing slot machines, man, I had one coworker who was a very strange guy. All the people I worked with were all a lot older than me, and they all were pretty strange guys. They all had experience with prostitutes, which they would sometimes tell me their stories, and I'd be like, that's weird. But one day we're driving down this really fucking industrial area of town where it's just like alleyways and, closed down like crane shops and big truck shops and junkyards and shit like that. He's like, we're driving down and we're in the work truck, and he's like, oh man, I got a blowjob behind that dumpster. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude, $5. I was like, what the fuck are you? What are you talking about? He's like a 60-year-old man, severely overweight. And I was like, whoa, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yep, $5. Like, dude, how does that like occur? What are you doing in this neighborhood? First off. Second off, please don't tell me it was at work. Like, please don't tell me you were in the work truck. Third, what? Why? He had a wife and everything, dude. It was a weird group of people you worked with over there. I heard some weird fucking stories. One day I went in to fix a slot machine. Story time right now. I went in to fix a slot machine, and this guy's like, "Hey, is your boss?" I don't know if I can do the accent. It's kind of like a Jersey accent. "Hey, is your boss still mad at me?" And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, what'd you do? Like, you were a dick to him? No. You talked to him? He say anything about me? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, so he ain't mad. He didn't tell you. Oh, man. Me and your boss was banging the same hooker. Oh, and when he found out, he was so mad. Oh, my God. He didn't tell you? And I'm like, dude, I'm just wrenching away at the slot machine. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? We're in a liquor store. So it's customers and shit. He's yelling this shit from behind the counter. Yelling and shit. Oh yeah, me and your boss had the same hooker. Oh, I'm like, bro, what am I doing here? That was kind of a shifty job, man. I repaired slot machines on one of the most ghetto slot routes ever. Oh, this turned into a really interesting story time. Wow, this story brought back some memories that some of those stories I don't think I've ever shared with you guys. Watson says the $5 deal must have been a Black Friday special. I bet it was. I absolutely bet it was. Anyways, so this guy retired from the police in April 2019. Oh, he's not mad at me. In his time as an officer, he became close friends with Joe Lombardo. This is like the big time sheriff who released a statement at the time saying he found it distressing. He was expected back in court on January 13. So I vaguely remember seeing this guy circulating on Facebook. Now that they said that in the article, I vaguely remember that. And you know what, dude? That's what happens. You go in there, you fuck around, you hit somebody up. When they say no, you should know, hey, they're not a prostitute. Why are you hitting them up? Why do you ask them multiple times? And the fact that they took a picture of your car and you got in trouble, I think all is right with the world. I don't feel like anybody got the shit side of the stick here. Although you might not be a sex trafficker, the fact that you sort of harassed this young underage girl, I feel like you kind of deserve to get in trouble. So that's that. I feel like the girls might have exaggerated a little bit with the sex trafficking. I mean, it could have been just as easy to go on Facebook and write, hey, this guy thought I was a prostitute when I'm just walking home from school. But then again, it's got to be pretty scary. You're just a girl walking by yourself, or maybe you got one friend with you, and this big motherfucker who got that cop attitude too. Hey, stop, get in, stop resisting, get in. Got that cop attitude, man. I could see the fear. You know what I mean? I could see how that'd be a fearful situation. Anyways, moving on. Papa John. I'm sure you guys have seen the memes by now. Papa John's founder, John Schnatter, ate 40 pizzas in 30 days and says it's gotten worse. I hope he's talking about his diarrhea, because that's way too many pizzas to eat. And I'm going to give you guys a look into my life, how my body works. If I eat 40 pizzas in 30 days, I'm gaining 70 pounds. You just add the numbers. This is a formula that I figured out via scientific calculations of calories and fucking metabolites and metabolisms and different types of neurological fucking mechanisms. You eat 40 pizzas in 30 days, I gain 70 pounds. I think right now I'm 180-ish. I think maybe I'm 170. So 170, I'd be 240 pounds if I ate this many pizzas. Also, this guy did an interview where he's dripping in sweat, which is probably just liquid grease just pulsing out of him. I think, let me try to remember. I think he said something racist on like a telephone call or something. And then they had to make him step down from like the main face of the company. And now he believes that the pizzas are now lower quality. But it's fucking Thanksgiving's coming up. What the fuck are you doing eating this many pizzas? How are you getting this many pizzas? Also, here's the thing. Maybe if you don't like Papa John's pizzas, you're a fucking billionaire. Millionaire, maybe not billionaire. You're a millionaire. Go try Domino's. Go try Pizza Hut. I know you don't want to see your company fail, but I don't want to see you all sweaty on my fucking Facebook feed. Papa John's founder and former CEO John Schnatter gave his first major interview since being ousted from the company, and it's safe to say he's not happy with how things went down. I did not read this article, but I saw some clips, or not the article, excuse me. I didn't see this interview, but he was just dripping in sweat, probably having a heart attack as he was doing this. I've had over 40 pizzas in 30 days, and it's not the same pizza. So I'm hoping that means, okay, let's try to give him the benefit of the doubt here. I'm hoping that means he ordered 40 pizzas, had one slice, and gave the rest to homeless people. Let's hope in our minds that this could possibly be a happy story. It's not the same product. It just doesn't taste as good. The way they're making the pizza is just not fundamental to what makes a Papa John's pizza. Now, I had a Papa John's pizza the other day, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Probably one of the better pizzas I've had in the past 30 days. But here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys a scientific breakdown of pizzas. The more pizzas you have within 30 days, the less good they become because you're eating too much goddamn pizza. No fucking wonder they start to taste bad. You're eating too much pizza. You do it with anything. You eat too many hot dogs, they start to taste like shit. You eat too many tacos, you start to get over tacos. Fuck you doing eating this many pizzas? Anything you eat. Anything. I love these ramen places here. They have this delicious ramen places all over Las Vegas, all up and down Chinatown. They're so good. You guys think you know ramen when you think the top ramen that's only $1. No. I pay fucking $10 for this ramen. It's like fresh fucking sliced pork belly in there, ground spicy beef, pork bone broth in there, delicious noodles, bunch of spices and fresh like vegetables and leaves and shit. It looks like a work of art. There's one they serve it with this weird red fuzz on top that it's just like little, it looks like a little ball of little strings that adds to the elegancy of it. It's delicious. I'll tell you what, if I eat ramen 2 times in 1 week, I start to get over it. It's the greatest food on earth. So good. Delicious. Hearty. You eat 1 bowl, you're completely filled up. It also makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. You can even get it spicy. Oh yeah, you can get the spicy ramen. You can be sweating just like Papa John was. But I'll tell you what, you eat ramen 7 days straight in a row, you're gonna not really care about it no more. Anyways, I never dreamed that people that I cared about, that I loved, that I made multimillionaires would do what they did. I just don't know. I didn't know it would happen from people on the inside doing this. I thought it would come from the outside. I think he's talking about getting fired. Schnatter believes that the company's board of directors used the black community and race as a way to steal the company. Okay, maybe. I don't. Well, whatever. First off, if you say some racist shit, don't blame the black community for not being down with your shit, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? This guy's the pizza's gone to his head. You say racist shit and black people don't like it? Fucking surprise, dumbass. I don't trust that guy to make a pizza if you don't understand the recipe to make black people pissed off at you. Say racist shit. That's the recipe. Okay? The recipe for pizza, bread, tomato, sauce, toppings. Recipe to make black people mad at you, say racist things. Motherfucker, are you retarded? Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Recon says his original comments were blown way out of proportion. I don't know the original comments, so I gotta maybe look more into this. But that is how things happen when you're on that high, like that stage, right? I don't know what was said, but let me just say this: if a pro athlete said the same thing he said, they'd be in trouble. If the owner of a team or any other high-ranking, political guy, if fucking Donald Trump said that shit, it'd be fucking over. Oh, there'd be riots in the street. And now that's coming from a guy who doesn't even know what they said. You want to know why I know that? Because I'm psychic. Maybe they'll say it later. My metaphor is there's no reason to be in the car when the car crashes, even if you love the car. Oh, okay. So I've read that out of order. He founded the company in 1984. He believes it's now being mismanaged. He sold most of his stock and is no longer the largest individual shareholder. I think he's just mad and he's now trying to crash the car. Something like that. Delta says he said something along the lines of Colonel Sanders used to call people the N-word. So that was his exact quote, or are we saying the actual N-word? Because if that's all he said, that sounds like he's just trying to flame KFC. Which when they do that shit on Twitter, everybody laughs. I gotta read more about this, man. I really gotta read more about this. Now I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about, which is pretty typically the case when we do these podcasts. Just some guy rambling, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. The backlash that led to Schnatter leaving the company began when he blamed declining sales on the NFL's handling of player protests during an analyst call in late 2017. Papa John's was the official pizza sponsor of the NFL at the time. A white supremacist website named Papa John's the official pizza of the alt-right a day later. Now that seems like something that you're kind of going overboard with. Months after that, Schnatter was heard using a racial slur in audio from an internal diversity training meeting. It was taped in secret and leaks to Forbes. Okay, you know what? Recon 19 Delta in the chat might be incorrect because the way I'm reading this, if this is correct, he actually used a racial slur. So that is one of the main ingredients in making black people mad at you. Yeah, believe it or not. The more you know. So whatever. This guy's fucking gone off the deep end and the memes are funny. And if you eat that much pizza, you start to fucking go crazy. That's what we know. Next article. Teacher caught on video telling Hispanic student to, quote, speak English. El Paso, Texas. A substitute teacher at a Texas high school was caught on camera telling a Spanish-speaking student to speak English. In the video, the unidentified teacher can be heard saying, "Speak English! We're in America!" According to the news, the teacher was speaking to Carlos Cobain. Oh, shit. You gotta be careful with him. A junior at Socorro High School in El Paso. Socorro sounds like a Hispanic word. You're in a place called El Paso. These motherfuckers are allowed to speak Spanish if they want to. Let them speak Spanish. They're not talking to you. All right, when you say what's 2 plus 2, they don't say fucking tres, cuatro. They don't say any of that shit. They probably answer you the way that you expect them to answer. These motherfuckers are allowed to talk to their friends the way they fucking want to. Stay the fuck out their business, teachers. Teachers, get the fuck out of their business. Leave them alone. Cobain told the news outlet that he walked into class watching a soccer match on his cell phone. He said the teacher asked him to hand over the device. Cobain then responded, ¿Por qué? Which means why in English. Okay, ¿por qué? I'm gonna do ¿Por qué? Speak English, we're in America. That's when the teacher reportedly made the comment that caught Cobain off guard. I was shocked, and then I got a little mad. He said, I thought it was a little racist because, you know, we live on the border. For her to come teach at Socorro, being a sub, 90% of the students here are Mexicans and Latinos. I mean, I'm with the kid here. Motherfucker, he's allowed to say por qué if he wants to. But here's what I'm thinking could have happened. I'm going to put it in her corner. I think the teacher might be like, have low self-esteem. She's a substitute. All teachers are fucking batshit crazy. Substitute in Texas. Probably doesn't want to be there. Might be a little racist already. Okay. Probably misunderstood. She probably heard por qué. And she thought she thought he was calling her porky. Like a fat porky pig. She's like, hey, no watching soccer in class. Por qué? Oh, I'm not a porky pig, you dumb Mexican kid. Speak English. That's probably what was going on in her head. Oh, can you imagine? This should be a skit somewhere. This could be turned into a comedy skit. This is gold. Cobain says he doesn't understand why the teacher chose to single him out when other students were using their phones. Now here is something I'm gonna let you guys in on, okay? I try to be the guy that sees things from every angle. So I saw the video of this. The fact that this was caught on video from multiple angles tells me something. Tells me this kid was a knucklehead. He was the class clown. He probably had his volume all the way up. He was probably being really disruptive. He's probably disrupting shit. Why, when a student's about to get in trouble, why would everyone pull out their phones unless they knew it was about to go down? You know what I mean? It's probably gone down before. Teacher's probably fed up. Cause I guarantee you, in a classroom full of kids on their phones, it's not like, oh shit, teacher's mad, start filming. No, it's gonna be, oh shit, man, there's fucking Cobain. Carlos Cobain's about to talk shit to the teacher again. Film it. I imagine it being something like that. Okay? Now, is that grounds for being the target of some little racist remark? No. Motherfucker. Also, first off, it's a free fucking country. You're allowed to speak whatever fucking language you want to speak. You know what I'm saying? So, first off, mind your fucking business, teacher. Then again, knucklehead, probably being a knucklehead, whatever. The Socorro Independent School District said students can use their cell phones for instructional purposes while on campus, but they must first obtain permission from a teacher. Teacher, is it okay? The district also said it's looking into the incident that was caught on video. Substitute teacher, man, so you're already not permanent there. You're not permanent there, so you should be fucking walking on ice cubes. How do they say that? Tiptoeing on, walking on eggshells. I don't know what it is. You remember that game they used to have? It was a game where it was something would sit on this block of ice cubes, and you had a hammer, and you would knock the fake ice cubes off, and then it would fall down. God damn it! I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Domo, thank you. It's called Thin Ice. She should be on thin ice. Oh wait, I think the game is also called Thin Ice. Are you telling me what the phrase is or what the game is called? I feel like the game is also called Thin Ice. It might be called Icebreaker. I don't remember. Anyways. Oh, man. Somebody teach this guy how to talk. It's looking into the incident, whatever. So, yeah, that's going on. That's cool. Whatever. That's all I got for the news. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I feel like it's nice to be able to look at these and feel like I have that galaxy brain where I can be like, yeah, teacher's wrong, but students also, that's suspicious. The things are getting real fishy in there. So that's my thoughts on that. Later today, I will be uploading a video giving all this information that I'm about to give out right now. But tomorrow, on Saturday, I am part of a Kaizo event that will be donating proceeds to charity, I believe Direct Relief. And I'd love it if you guys came and supported. I don't want to give too much information here because a lot of people watch this podcast after the fact. But for the few of you guys who are here, definitely tune in tomorrow at twitch.tv/RomHackRacists, ROMHACK, racists, RomHack racist people. I'm kidding, races, RACES, where we will be speaking English and we'll be racing some awesome Mario games. It's going to be a great time for a great cause. I'm going to be on the microphone a little bit there. I'm going to be commentating some other Kaizo gamers, and I'm also going to be racing a competitor in Zovermillion. I hope I'm not saying that incorrectly. I'm racing a game called Backwards World. I'm going to try to win, but I'm also going to try to be entertaining, and those don't always go hand in hand. But we're hoping tomorrow that they do. So if you guys want to show up and support, I'll be racing at about 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's really all I got for the podcast. Baker 4 came out. I don't know anything about it. I saw at the premiere someone was stomping on a car. A lot of people reported that it was a cop car. I would say maybe parking enforcement or maybe security guard car. I don't know how that makes skateboarders look. Let's do a quick skateboarding topic. I don't know how that makes skateboarders look, right? I want skateboarders to be just as rowdy as they want to be, but I also don't want skateboarders to look stupid. But I also want skateboarding to be able to blossom into this, respectable sport. So I'm in this weird circle of what I want skateboarding to be in the next 10 years. And when you watch a skate video that you like, and your initial response is to run outside, stomp on a car, and go, woo, woo, ooh, yeah, I liked that video. I think that makes you look really stupid. And then makes skateboarders look stupid. I think that was kind of a small smear on the premiere. I mean, it'd be different if you walked out there and smashed a window and went on with your way. But the fact that you got out there and like, oh, I'm dancing, I'm getting attention, everyone's filming me, yeah, Baker. To me, that's just, it's in poor taste, right? It's kind of like when you see a skateboarder get kicked out of a spot and they go, listen, you fucking rent-a-cop, dude. You're doing your job, but I'm trying to do mine. And I need like 5 more tries, dude, so get the fuck out of my face. Skater fucking die, dude. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, none of that's really necessary. I get it. You're trying to be like a badass, but you're also barely able to pop shove it the 3 stairs. So maybe this isn't the right time to, punk this guy who's just trying to do his job. Also, 9 times out of 10, these security guards can beat your fucking skinny skater ass. So, it's just one of those things where I like to watch these skating events and maybe even shit like that and think to myself, yeah, dude, those are my people. But when I saw that little highlight, I was kind of like, I don't know. Great example is those Dime events or even Buster Bale. You see a bunch of skateboarders fucking drinking, hanging out a spot, going nuts, like cheering, having fun, getting wrecked. And that's cool to me. That's nice. They bring some bitches every once in a while. You get some chicks in there. You can be rowdy. But just running, like smashing a car and going, yeah, whoa, woo. I don't know. I don't think that really does the skaters any favors. I like to think to myself, man, I would love to have been there. But when they showed everyone coming out of the premiere, I was like, I would have probably walked the fuck away from there. You know what I mean? So that's my thoughts on that. I don't know how good the video is. I did watch Sammy Baca's part, which I enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty well done. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it. Some people told me it was on a pornographic website. I'm probably not going to be watching it on there. Last thing I need is a bunch of titties in my face on these advertisements when I'm trying to watch, fucking Andrew Reynolds frontside flip some stairs. Last thing you want to do when you're watching skate videos, get a boner. Tell you guys from experience, not the way to do it. You're doing something wrong. I'll tell you what. But yeah, that's all I got for the podcast today. I want to thank everybody for being here. Go ahead and give me a hell yeah if you're still active in the chat. I can't do this podcast without you guys. We had a little bit smaller group of people watching today, but I assume that is because it is the Thanksgiving weekend. So if you guys are spending time with your family as opposed to watching me, I think I can let that slide. But hopefully you guys will catch the re-recording or whatever. This shit comes out again on Sunday. So if you missed the first half of this, watch it on Sunday. It comes out on YouTube, also on iTunes, also on Podbean. Shout out to Domo, the evil one, TSA Skater, Recon 19, and J666 and Bumboy. As far as that, yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts on the articles we talked about today. What did we talk about? We talked about this guy and the sex worker teen, that cop. We don't want to know about that. Grand Canyon, is that a place you want to die? I hope not. Papa John, is he racist? Probably. Is he sweaty? Definitely. And teachers telling kids to speak English, they should mind their own fucking business. I think we can all agree on that. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful weekend. If you want to help the podcast to grow, all you have to do is tell a friend. You don't have to donate money. You're always welcome to donate money, but all you have to do is tell a friend about the podcast. It'll go good. Shout out to Doja One Shot for resubscribing. This is his 21st month in a row subscribing here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. Shout out to Game Jammer 450. Bushmaster has been subscribed for 17 months. Oh, man. Loving the support today. And Cheese Curds followed. Yeah, tell a friend about the podcast. It's the only way we can grow. Try to make these entertaining. I think I'm doing a pretty okay job, despite being unprepared every once in a while. So you guys have a great night, great weekend. Don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. Let's play that motherfucking intro. Goddammit, motherfucker. What? PorQue! I'm not fat! God damn it!